minute. This will be shown on the archive, as Putty's told me. Thank you, Putty. Putty now just shared a photo with me. Little nod there, apparently. Something's going on. I will do the viewing. I will do the viewing. Alone at the top. I gotta give a little winky. Little winky. Alright. The audience will see me in a moment, which is creepy. Well, they won't see me. Actually, I may have... No, as long as I don't exit out of that, I should be fine. Actually, hell, I probably can't exit out of this, can I? Yeah, I can. I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll be ready in a moment, so prep yourselves, lads. We're just getting ready. Getting ready to review WWE FastLane 2016. Because that's how we work. Any moment now. Any moment in which we decide it's good to go. Like, come on. Let's be real. Let's be real. Hey! Okay. We are now live after a painful situation, statement, whatever. This is One Man Booth, in which I, Tucker Davidson, Silly Tuck, whatever the hell you want to call me, I talk about big events in wrestling. Well, not necessarily big events in wrestling. I talk of wrestling, and I talk about the things in the wrestling that happen. I talk about the pay-per-views mostly. Actually, I should get around to watching some. When is the ROH anniversary show? I'm getting off track. I've just realized my little stutter there. That's really weird. I think I do that at points, don't I? Huh. That's weird. I'll have to watch out for that. Hopefully that doesn't develop into something. Dun dun. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. They've realized it's not TW, so they've left. So, I would like to open this up by talking about the pre-show, which was Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio. Yeah, this match was boring as all hell. I stopped watching about halfway through. I think I stopped watching when Del Rio hammered Kalisto over the back with a chair. Kalisto won. Yeah, who didn't see that coming? Moving on, that's really all I have to say. Match was boring, which sucks, because the US title should be the one that kind of captivates me the most. Because I like it a lot. Well, I like what Cena did with it. Plus, the new WWE.com is so shit. I hate this layout. Up next, we have Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch defeating Naomi and Tamina. It was a good little nod at the Four Horsewomen and their past together. And them being, you know, I was going to say, like, brethren, but that's a weird way to say it. But them being in their little group, their little clique, their little clan, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. They worked well together, which I'm not surprised. They're NXT women. They should work well together. Naomi looked impressive. Tamina did her role well, being the bruiser of the division. Overall, surprisingly good stuff, which sees Sasha and Becky pull out the win after Stereo, Bank Statement, and Arm Disarmor. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Arm Disarmor. Woohoo. Now we are on to one of the big matches of the night, the Intercontinental Championship match between Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. And this was extremely stale, probably, actually, if I'm looking through it. I would have called it the worst match on the show. Actually, you know what? Yeah, it was the worst match on the show, partially because of what I know these guys can do. Kevin Owens is an amazing worker, even better character work, and he doesn't do it last night, however that works. This is partially because Dolph Ziggler currently, in my mind, is the worst wrestler that the WWE currently employs. That's a combination of both ring work and character work. His character is extremely stale. His promo skills have taken a dive, even though I know he can cut amazing promos. I've seen it before. He refuses to do it for whatever reason. And don't tell me it's not because he's not being pushed. In that situation, if you're not being pushed, you should want to do those things more to get noticed. And he just doesn't do it. His in-ring stuff is always impressive, to a degree. Because now we've seen this for multiple years, and it's gone nowhere. It's done nothing. Since, when was the last time he did anything impressive? I think the start of 2012, when he fought... Nope, start of 2013, maybe, when he fought Cena for the world title. I don't remember. But ever since he turned face, has had this terrible run, one of the worst runs ever, probably, just because it killed his character, and I don't think you can come back from it. It's just overall disappointing, because he had potential. This right here is the conversation I'll always come back to with Ziggler. He had potential to be world-class, but it's a combo of Vince never pulling the trigger and Ziggler not caring enough. And I think it would have been a lot better for him if he had left when his contract was set to expire last year. He went somewhere where they would use him, and maybe then, he could show off some of that potential that I know he had. And I don't think he has anymore. Dolph Ziggler is just boring as all hell. That's how I'll sum it up. He's a boring, bland character who does nothing for anything anymore. Why is he still employed in this company? Kevin Owens beats Dolph Ziggler, no surprise there, in a piss-poor, forgettable match that really doesn't matter. Sadly, no Sami Zayn post-match stuff, nothing that builds Owens' next feud. Yeah, disappointing there. Then we move on to, as Putty calls it, Battle of the Beef. Ryback, Big Show, and Kane versus Braun Strowman, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan of the Wyatt family. This was kind of what I expected. Just some big dudes smashing each other up in a six-man tag. Not much else to say. There were some pretty cool spots. One in which Big Show, I think... I don't remember which guy it was, but all I know is he comes around the corner, Roman Reigns styles, and full-out tanks a Wyatt family member. It was pretty cool looking. I liked it because it just kind of showed off Big Show as part destroyer, fat dude. Shut up. Anyways, in a surprising turn of events, Ryback, Big Show, and Kane defeat the Wyatt family. Now, keep in mind that supposedly the Wyatts are now supposed to move on and feud with Brock Lesnar for Mania after losing to Ryback, Big Show, and Kane. Putty said this, and I think it needs to be said. At this point, I think there needs to be a repackage for all of them. Braun is terrible. He needs to go back to Dev for a bit and learn basics of wrestling. Harper needs to be let loose on his own and see what he can do. Rowan needs something to work off of because he's not good enough to stand on his own. And Bray has this amazing character. Bray Wyatt is without a doubt the best character of the past. Can I think of even... I can't even think of a good character where I can, cut it off. It's just such a good character. It's smart. It sure as hell probably isn't original, but it's done in its own tint where it works and it's his own. He's good on the mic, he's good in the ring, he's surprisingly quick for his size, and that's no offense to him, because I hate when he's like, ha, this fat-ass Kevin Owens can't be wrestling, and I'm like, you stupid assholes. But the Bray Wyatt gimmick and the Wyatt family have failed, not due to Bray Wyatt and or his own, ineptitude, but through Vince and the booking team's own ineptitude. It's sad, too, because there was something there. I remember, WrestleMania 30, was it? I thought that Bray Wyatt could have beaten John Cena, and there was literally a time period in which I only would watch Raw to see Bray Wyatt. I think that might have been 31. I don't remember. No, not 31. He faced Taker at 31. I remember. It was shortly after the Bryan injury. I only watched Raw realistically for Bray. Because he was so good at what he did. And his feud with Cena is so good. And I look back at it and I'm like, how far you've fallen. I don't know what they can do with Bray from there. They lose to mid-card nobodies like Ryback, Big Show, and Kane. Also, one of my favorite quotes was from Michael Cole. Bray Wyatt says he needs to take out like the old guard of WWE. And it's like, yes, the 34-year-old Ryback. The old guard. Right. Sorry, Ryback. Also, people are calling them like Team Titan or something like that. And I'm like, no, partially because that sounds like Teen Titans, and that's a way better program and group, and hopefully don't make them a regular thing, or else I'll like cry myself to sleep at night knowing that they exist as a group. And of all else, Bray needs direction, he needs some wins, and I don't think the WWE will give it to him. I think he's doomed to die out. Yeah, so up next, we have the Divas title, Charlotte Flair versus Brie Bella. I said to myself, this division is dead if Brie Bella wins, because you can tell me all you want, oh, but she's like fighting for Daniel Bryan. I don't care. Putty coined it. I'm going to use a lot of Putty's quotes because I think he's a genius when he comes to these things. Bryansploitation. And it's a lot like Eddie Guerrero in that sense. I even quoted the Randy Orton moment, Brie. This is Charlotte saying this. Brie, Daniel isn't in heaven. Daniel's in hell. And that's what I think they were alluring to in the whole, weird little promo they did on Monday where they were like, any day can be your last day. And it was like, what? Is she threatening to kill her? What the hell is this shit? But anyways, the obvious thing to do here was Charlotte winning, and WWE surprisingly made the smart choice and had Charlotte win. Brie isn't as she will never be near as talented as Daniel Bryan because he is the best technical wrestler ever. And she's not on the level of Nikki, as much as I don't like to give Nikki much praise. She is far better than Brie. Hell, Nikki is far better than Charlotte at this point. There, I said it. You can quote me on it later. But right now, at this time, it's simply because Charlotte's transition has been so terrible. From the main roster to here to the title, everything just kind of has fallen apart for her. But yeah, sorry I say that a lot, but yeah, it's because I don't script these things like I said I should. I think this one's a lot better, though, than the first one. I think I'm a lot more on point, but I don't really still know what I'm doing. Ada just asks, why the hell did the old guys in Goldberg 2 win? Because I don't know, honestly, at all. Bray has a future with this company, and the 2 out of 3 of those guys don't. So I don't know what the thought process is here. But anyways, yeah, Brie not winning was the best choice possible. They did it. Looks like we're getting the 4 horsewomen triple threat at Mania. I'm sorry, Bayley. You'll have to wait in the back. Moving on from this, we have AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Beforehand, we had a nice little promo with Jericho where he, talked about... what the hell was I going to say? He talked about, AJ Styles needs to beat me in order to prove he's phenomenal, dude. I don't know why I'm like, dude, this is even Chris Jericho, dude. Yeah, he went on about that, and whatnot, and said, if AJ Styles beats me, he's got a great future, dude, but if he can't beat me, a multiple-time world champion in which, nobody should be expected to beat me, first of all, especially somebody who we're billing as a rookie. Yeah, I've just kind of turned from Jericho into me there for a minute, because I think that's kind of bullshit, just thinking about it, but whatever. He might be out the door, dude, before you even know it, dude. Yeah, this match was definitely the worst of their 3. It sucks, too, because those 2 are pretty damn good. WWE also refusing to protect the Styles Clash after New Japan put in so much work to do so. Kind of was a bit sour, but apparently they're going to protect the Calf Killer, Calf Crusher, Calf... Guantanamo Bay, I don't know, whatever thing they're going to call it next week. Yeah, apparently that's supposed to be his move, I'm guessing, because they deemed the Styles Clash too unsafe. Whatever. Which kind of sucks, because, if TNA talent is able to properly take the move, I'm pretty sure WWE talent should be able to properly take the move, but that's just me. This one ends with AJ getting the win with a calf. Crusher, Killer, whatever, making Jericho tap out. And overall, just a disappointing bout for the 2 of them. Still not as bad as Owen Ziggler, which was beyond boring. It had its interesting moments, like the really cool spot where AJ went up to do his flying forearm. Literally his flying forearm. Springboard flying forearm, whatever the hell you want to call it. And Jericho... springboard Jericho springboard drop kicks his feet out from under him, and AJ plants himself face first, and immediately the refs are like, oh shit, he's dead. Literally, if you go back and watch it, the refs like panic, and it's like, what? It's AJ Styles. He's not going to get injured off of that. And then of course it'll be like, breaking news, AJ Styles injured when he fell flat on his face. Yeah, overall disappointing bout for the 2 of them. 2 world-class workers simply not performing. Also, this draws a conclusion, apparently, to their rivalry, which sucks, because I thought that this would end with Jericho cheating to win. They go on to Mania, put on an awesome match. AJ wins, passing of the torch type moment. But no. So, we have the Cutting Edge Peep Show up next. I typically don't cover angles and stuff, but this is obviously a big one, so of course I'll talk about it. Blah, 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 blah. We have the Cutting Edge Peep Show with Edge and Christian. They're doing their shtick. It's pretty cool, pretty funny, pretty awesome to see those 2 back together again. New Day comes out. They trade words for a bit. It's comical. I really like the segment. And then you know who's coming out. League of Nations. What the fuck happened? So, this was supposed to be Enzo and Cass's spot, and we were supposed to go into Mania with that whole idea, but apparently no. Instead, we get to have League of Nations versus the New Day, which will be terrible. And apparently a New Day face turn as well, which I think is stupid. Why would you turn somebody, like go out of your way to turn the hottest act in your division when you could easily bring in an act of the other disposition, have them feud, and maybe possibly transfer that heat to Enzo and Cass. Overall, though, not too bad of a segment aside from the disappointing lack of Enzo and Cass. Also, I watched Edge and Christian's show after. It's okay. Obviously, not everything worked. Concerto Theater was something that stuck out as being quite poor. Basically, if you don't have the network, they basically just did Jericho's debut promo against The Rock, but in like Shakespearean terms. It was pretty terrible. By all means, it was like, "What art thou name? It doth not matter what thou name is." And then, cool, that worked. Then we have a filler match. Curtis Axel defeats R-Truth after accidental interference from Goldust. One of my favorite tweets I saw about this match was afterwards when Goldust comes into the rings to try to be like, "Oh my God, Truth, I'm sorry." A random ass, really marquee fan yells out, "He was just trying to help." Made my night. Overall. Yeah, it's just a cool little thing to have. Obviously, these two are going to team at some point. It's just when and where. Along with Social Outcast getting a win, it's a good night in my book. This was the other contender for worst match of the night, but realistically, it was just a thrown-together match, which ended in more or less an angle. Wasn't for a title. Didn't really matter. So, obviously, worst match of the night award. You know what? We're making that an award. We're going to give you the Dolph Ziggler worst match of the night award. Goes to Dolph Ziggler for his match against Kevin Owens. So there you go. I can't make graphics that quickly. I don't know how I'd work it. Time for your main event. Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. The winner faces, well, no, not if you don't know. The winner faces Triple H at WrestleMania for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This was really good up until the finish. This was easily top 10 triple threats all time. Would I say it's better than Brock, Seth, Cena? Possibly. I'd have to watch them back to back to give a proper comparison. But I did think this one was more interesting with the styles. Not AJ Styles, but just their mix of styles, which is surprising because I thought the three different styles that were in Cena, Brock, Rollins would be a lot better, with having the dynamic of your, just kind of normal wrestler dude versus your powerhouse versus your cruiserweight. But surprisingly, this worked, and I think it worked a little bit better. Match ends with Ambrose going on a rampage with the chair, beating the hell out of Lesnar, turns around, spear from Roman, 1, 2, 3, to a chorus of boos from the WWE Universe. Surprise, surprise, Vince. What did you do last year? You had Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble over the biggest babyface in the company. He got booed. Then he went on to FastLane to beat said babyface of the company, to get more boos. Going into Mania, getting booed. What do you do this year? You don't have him win the Royal Rumble. You have him be eliminated to massive cheers. Then he goes on to beat the two biggest babyfaces currently in the company in one night to a chorus of boos. Guess what's going to happen at Mania? You're not going to be cheered. It will be the Godfather of NXT. This pay-per-view overall showed Vince's ineptitude to know things. I just feel overall, as much as I hate to say it, because I don't think it's right that Vince McMahon is out of touch. I think Vince always knows what he's doing. I just don't think he cares. I said it on Putty's stream last night in the comments, and I'll say it again. Vince McMahon doesn't care about you. If that makes any sense. He doesn't need your money. At least that's what he thinks. He doesn't need your approval because you're going to watch anyways. I would suggest this, and I'll be a massive hypocrite for doing so because I'll watch it anyways. Don't watch Raw tonight. Don't do it. Speak with your ratings, okay? If enough people get behind this, then hell yeah, I won't watch it. But the thing is, I don't like to not watch Raw unless I know the majority of people are not watching Raw. Because the reason why I watch Raw still is that what if factor. You know, what if something insane happens? What if something really cool happens? Most of the time it won't. Once every 52 shows it will, and that's called Smarkamania, and it occurs right after WrestleMania. Sorry, that was a weird silence. Overall, this show ends with Vince McMahon giving you a giant middle finger, saying, "Go fuck yourself." And that's about it. I forget what I gave Royal Rumble last month. I will give it 1 star lower. How about that? I think I may have given Royal Rumble if I gave Rumble a 4, this is a 2.5. If I gave Rumble a 3.5, this is like a 2. You know what? You know what I mean by standards. But yeah, I would like to. We've got Putty here in the chat tearing shit up. I've got I'll read out some stuff here. Okay. Oh, we've got TJ3 in here. How's it going, fella? Putty says, Seth Rollins Picture Guy. I'm not listening to this podcast, but I'm a mark for Seth Rollins Picture Guy. Thank you, Putty. Yeah, I agree. I actually thought the triple threat was not all that great. Brock versus Styles versus Roman confirmed. Definitely not better than Rollins, Lesnar, Cena. It'd still be better than Roman versus HHH. I actually put this number 4 on my top triple threats all-time list. Really, you guys like the match? Brock Lesnar, Triple H. No, Triple H. Brock Lesnar or Triple Threat is a fantastic story. Yeah, it is. Whatever angle you want to take with it, the two people teaming up, taking him down, whatever, it works. Putty, number 1 contender, Triple Threat, Joe versus Styles for Styles, or Benoit, HHH versus HBK. That's still never answered. I can't even tell. I don't even know if it's answered. Running through quickly. People talking about things. So any questions you guys specifically have for me? Just on wrestling, about wrestling, around wrestling, whatever. Because I will be taking questions now. I'll be taking questions now, yes. No questions at all. I know I gotta wait a bit, but I didn't think I'd have to wait this long. Oh God. Apparently not. You guys good in the chat, right? He did answer it. When the hell did you answer it? So the best thing about yesterday was that they signed Nakamura. Yes, it is. That is undoubtedly the best thing. Oh, TNA's, I think. I see. Never mind. How big is Batista's dick? Oh God, I knew this. I knew this. It's some kind of interview thing that Putty showed me before. Which Japanese indie will Kodo work for next? CWL, bitch. Who will be Taker's opponent for Mania? Let's say the most over man in the history of wrestling, the Ryback. I don't know what just happened. The stream just kind of quit. my back? Okay. Okay. You never left. That's weird. That's weird. Will the real Hulk Hogan make a comeback tonight? Yes, he's facing Taker. There's your match. Hogan, Taker. Anything else, more or less, fellas? God, I hate the new WWE.com. Makes my eyes bleed. Taker versus Stevie Ray as Kane. Should for sure go over. Possibly. It depends on the opponent. I would say no, though. There's a dog. There are two dogs now. Froshir vs. John Cena vs. Hiroshi Tanahashi. How long does the match go before we call it a draw? It goes 4 days before Hulk Hogan comes in. Man, I think people are really dumb. Not you people. You're watching my stream. Come on, you have to be geniuses. But the new WWE.com is just so shit. My eyes are bleeding, man. But I do like the new Superstars. Whatever, the new Superstars page. Like Dave said, if we could find a way to put those onto... Oh god, it'll go till Terry Funk retires. Oh shit. Shit, we're gonna be here for a long time, aren't we? God, we'll be here forever. I think, I think we're good. You guys think we're good? If you don't think we're good, let me know. Because I'll do something else, I promise. Actually, I do want to check one thing, though, on this Superstars page. Can I look up current Superstars? Do they exist as their own thing, or they do? Biggie and whatnot, those guys exist their own thing. So I'm thinking this could be so awesome as like a pick pack. Can I transition here and not have it be terrible? Maybe, maybe not. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. There we are. Right? Nope. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. We take these and we make them a pick pack. Because this would be insane to go on a pick pack. People with the titles, because WWE finally got their shit together. Dave says, like, it's not possible, which I call bullshit, because I have a picture of Roman Reigns, you know. Where is he? Okay, Roman Reigns isn't on here for some reason. But I have the Roman Reigns from here's picture on my phone, so I kind of call bullshit. But whatever. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Think could we work? Think could we work? Could we work? Apparently not, or something. Questioning. I think this could make a really awesome pick back, though. Just, you know, blanket statement. Also, what the hell is the thought process here? It's like jobbers and mid-card are in alphabetical order, and then it's just like AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose, Cena, Lana, Nikki Bella, Paige, Orton, Reigns, Rusev, Sasha, Rollins, Steph, Sting, Taker, Adam Rose, Del Rio, Riley, all the way at the end. For whatever reason, though, you have Triple H. I don't even know. Didn't Dave recently make a pick pack out of this? No, he said like you couldn't, which is bullshit because I've done it. I'll do it live. No, I won't do it live, but I could do it easily. So I don't know what he's on about. All you literally do is right click, save image as, boom, boom, boom. And that black right there in the background is what do you call it? So, look at that. Wow, you have an awesome Neville cut. Now you can stick that somewhere. Why haven't we done this before? Is his new Peck Pack in his series from this? No. No, it's not. I know it's not. I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes. Also, Sin Cara's eyes. Damn, they're creepy. But anyways, I would like to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah. These are my thoughts, plus a random little bit of weird-ass TW talk stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this silly talk. Signing out.